Fostering autonomy can be quite challenging in online or distance education, but it is a very important competence for an online learner. In our context, we try to encourage this through regular mentoring conversations and also through a conversation that takes place before the learner starts their program to make sure that they have put in place boundaries around their time so that they can study regularly in a quiet place where they are not being disturbed, and also to make sure that their supervisors or their pastors are informed of the amount of time that they will need to consecrate to their studies each week. It can be challenging to stay on top of task when life happens, especially in the African context, where family occasions are very important and participating at those are very important. So sometimes our students struggle to set those boundaries around their study time. It can be useful to set up your Moodle course in a way that students can clearly see how they are making progress in the course. In Moodle, you can choose activity tracking and course completion tracking, and that can be helpful and motivating both for the students and for the teachers to see how progress is taking place.
In my opinion, we should hold the concept of autonomy and community intention. As much as I value community experience, for me, being a disciple of Christ requires a set apart time with God and a time of self-study. This is not just to preach good sermon or to take up an excellent Bible study, but it is to sort of internalize our journey with God and our journey with fellow believers. For instance, in the courses that we develop, learning takes place asynchronously and synchronously. What that means is that we upload the reading materials on the LMS, and learners come on an online platform where they are able to read the materials, engage in activities, and participate in discussion forum. And once in a week, along with other students and the tutor, they come together for a tutorial sessions, either virtually or in person. That experience of tutorial session can be meaningful or productive only if learners have individually done their studies, have done their homework, done their part of engaging in the learning experience with the other students, have done their part of the expected requirement of the course.
Hello. My discussion just now is to do with autonomy, especially has to do with online learning, which is in the virtual space away from people. And in a context like ours, this is viewed as a problem. But I'm going to tell you the positive sides to do with autonomy. First of all, when you are studying on your own, when you're learning through online means, you are independent. You develop skills to work alone and confidently. But secondly, you develop what are known as research skills. You develop a mind that inquires and asks the right question, and you are self-motivated to learn. But thirdly, it has to do with critical thinking skills.